Well, hello everybody. In this week's video, we're going to talk about the cook kits that we plan on using this year. So stay with us. So I got to thinking this week, what's different about our channel? What are we doing that others are not? And the first thought that came to mind was, I'm really trying to incorporate the kids an awful lot, not just in the hiking aspect, but also here in these videos and in the reviews themselves. Then secondly, we're completely new to this. Now, although we've done a lot of car camping, anybody watching this channel knows that backpacking is a completely different animal. So we get to take you guys along with us, and you get to see all the fun and foibles that occur as they happen. I mean, who starts backpacking in their mid-40s? I mean, you might think it was a midlife crisis or something. I mean, not that it is. I mean, if it were a midlife crisis, I'd be, spending a ton of money on like boats or sports cars.
Hey Dad, got another Amazon package. Where do you want me to put the packing slip with all the other ones?
Oh, yeah, that'd be great.
Okay.
Thanks a lot, Rugged Mountain Sister.
You're welcome.
I should have bought a sports car. So here's just a brief run through of our solo camping kit. So we used this on our one overnight backpacking trip that we have done, and it worked okay. I've seen a lot of people using this sort of system out there. This is the Stanley cook pot from Walmart. This is the mug that you can get from Walmart for just $5. So then here inside the cook pot, you've got your lid with your strainer on it. We've got a rolled up towel just for wiping things down. Camp suds, Bic lighter. Got a couple of small paper clips in here, we'll explain later. And then sponge. Then the BRS camp stove. A lot of people are using that one. And then down here in the bottom, got our fuel. So that's basically it. It works pretty good, but on the one time that we did take it out on our backpacking trip, we had to boil water twice to get enough for hot chocolate and the meal, Mountain House meal that we used. So I started looking to see if I could find something that would be better when we have all four of us out there. Just a way to kind of do it a little quicker so we can all be eating at the same time, things don't get cold. So let me show you what I found. Okay, so I wasn't actively looking for a family cook kit, but I was keeping my eye open if anything happened to come by. And since social media advertisements know what you want before you do, I happened to see this thing come across my Facebook feed from that bastion of high quality, low weight backpacking gear, Walmart. So here's what you get with this kit. This kit was $35 with free shipping. And so inside there was this carabiner, fairly decent. Then there's this stuff sack. Get these out of here. I do have to say the stuff sack is a tiny bit small. Things do not want to come out. But you can make it. So there's nests. So here's what you get. Take this off. Start off with a frying pan. The handles come out. Now this is fairly decent quality. Again, it was relatively inexpensive, so not expecting much. But so there's this nice frying pan. Then it comes with a pot and a lid. So here's the pot. I'll go over the sizes and weights a little bit later. Same handles right there with this. Now the lid does go on this. Now this doesn't have any straining holes or anything like that. And it sort of fits the frying pan. You know, it doesn't fall in, but it doesn't fit flush either, but you can make it work. And then what I kind of liked about it, maybe silly, but it came with this little kettle. And it does have a strainer lid, which is nice. And then here's what you get on the inside. They packed all this stuff in there. So we got a small pouch that contains a knife, a fork, and a spoon. And these fold down, lock into place, kind of in a similar way to the Stanley handle. So that's pretty cool. Fork and knife. Then another utensil. It comes with kind of a small wooden spatula. Then these two 6 to 8 ounce cups. And then what I thought was pretty crazy, again for $35, it also came with another stove. Now the quality, might be suspect, but I kind of like the idea of the design anyway. Now it has a couple problems that I'll go over a little bit later, but these the supports kind of fan out as you open it. Then it has these little legs that flip out to just increase your base with these, slightly bigger pots and kettle. And then it also has a starter. So all of this right here for $35. And I thought, since I was looking for something bigger for the family that could boil more water at the same time, and given the price point, I thought it was worth taking a chance on. So we'll see how it goes, when we get it out and actually start to use it. So I should have more flexibility and speed in being able to cook for a family on the trail with this kit. So one other thing I put together to help with that is a fairly popular item that I've seen other people make on the trail, a cook pouch. Now, since I was able to boil enough water to get like a Mountain House pack and maybe a Knorr side or some mashed potatoes or something like that, I could do two things at the same time. Well, the cook pouches I've seen are usually only for one, so I just took the same design, modified it a little bit, and made a 2-pouch cook pouch, kind of like a double oven. So we actually we tried this out for dinner one night just to make sure it worked, before taking it out, and it did work. I might make a slightly bigger one. I still have some leftover sunshade to where I can make another one, maybe a little bit bigger and a little bit better on the base because, yeah, it's supposed to stand up. So we're going to have to, if we use this one, we put like a little wedge or something for it to sit up against, maybe the cook pots, who knows. But this will let us cook more than one thing at a time, so we got a good amount of food all done at the same time. Okay, so I just wanted to go over some weights and measurements between these two kits to kind of compare and contrast them. This solo kit right here, as is, measures or weighs in at 21.6 ounces. The cup is 5 ounces. Just the fuel canister, as it's full right now, is 5.3. The pot, 7.6 ounces. Got the towel itself at 1 ounce. The soap, 1.4 ounces. The Bic lighter at 0.3. And then just the others are fairly negligible. The stove's only 1 ounce. So for the volumes that they hold, I'll give you two numbers. One is the total volume, as if it was filled up to the top, and then the second number will be a usable volume, that you would want to fill it up so high so that as the water boils, things don't come out and spill everywhere. So full volume and usable volume. So the volume of the cup is 20 ounces, and usable volume is about 16 ounces. For the pot, the full volume all the way up to the top is 32 ounces, and usable is about 20. So then once you put this all away and go to put it in your pack, the volume that it takes up in your pack is right at 1 liter. And I just figured that out using water displacement. So now for the weights and measures of this cook kit. As is, with no fuel put in it, it weighs 32.3 ounces. Now when I get the fuel in here and I kind of adjust it for how I would end up taking this out on the trail, I kind of mix some of the things that are in here and fit them into here and take some of the things out of here, like those 2 small cups. And when I make those adjustments, then the modified total is 36.6 ounces. So to be able to cook for a family of 4, I'm not sure if that's too heavy or not. We'll find out when we go to use this. So the pan is 4.9 ounces in weight. The pot with the lid is 9.3 ounces, and the kettle 6.8 ounces. The 2 cups inside are 1.3 ounces each. The stove that's in there is 3.8 ounces, and then the utensils are about 3.3 ounces. As far as volume goes, again, I'll give you both numbers. The full volume for the pan is 32 ounces. Its usable volume is about 16 ounces. Then with the pot filled up to the top, it is 50 ounces. And then usable volume around 38 ounces. Then the kettle is 40 ounces filled to the top. And then with the opening being small, I kind of feel safer with filling it up a little bit more. So I get 32 ounces of usable volume in the kettle. And then those 2 small cups are 5 ounces. 5 ounces of usable, but if you fill them all the way up to the top, they're 8 ounces, which kind of seems big or a lot for that size, but that's what it is. Okay, what I want to do now for you is we're going to do a boil off between these 2 stoves.
Hey Dad, here's another package.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Rugged Mountain Mister.
You're welcome.
Let's see what this is. Got my Gerber dime tool on me. I can find the blade. Got the Climate Insulated Static V, or 5, which this is a sleeping pad for the Rugged Mountain Mama. Okay, so let's do a boil test. We'll get the BRS out of here. Now one of these cans is almost empty. Hope there's enough to boil 12 ounces of water. Got 12 ounces of water here. 12 ounces in our new kettle. Both are looking the same right about now. Looks like the BRS is winning. The other one's going now about 3.5 minutes it took. So here are a couple issues or concerns I have with these two in particular. Now, the new one, though it didn't perform quite as well, it's got a wider base or a wider footprint for the pans and cups or whatever you put on to sit on. The BRS being a little bit smaller. However, if we use the kettle as an example, that one's not too bad, the kettle sitting on it, but with this slightly more inexpensive one, look at this fit. It just does not sit well, and I can show you why. You can look and see these tabs that flip out here. They do not sit flush or straight down. They're all kind of at different, I guess, different angles is what it turns out being. So I don't know how long this stove would actually last. Might be able to adjust these things a little bit. You get this stove in a $35 kit with all that other stuff, and then BRS is just $13, $15 stove. So, you know, what do you expect? So one thing I forgot to mention was that this new cook kit here, when it's fully packed away, takes up about 2.25 liters of space in your pack if you were going to put it in your pack. Like I said, that it came with that carabiner, so you could hook it on the outside, but then it gets to swing in, and that could be annoying as well. The original cook kit only took up 1 liter. So just to wrap up, for this year, this will be our solo go-to cook kit. Maybe one more of us, 2 at the most. You can make it work with 3 or 4, but again, you're waiting for water to boil more often, have to just take other things into consideration. And then, so the new cook kit, we'll try that out, and hopefully we're able to cook some good meals and have some fun out on the trail. And nothing says fun like being able to eat some decent food, right? So thanks all for watching, and you all have a great day.